The 2025 Boston Red Sox have started out their season 22-22. Now, this might not sound so bad considering the fact that last year's team finished 81-81 despite a really poor start, meaning that the squad could easily rip off a hot streak and be in much better position than 2024. Still, they have had an extremely rough go of it in one regard specifically, that has been putting their players, fans, and, dare I say it, broadcast crew through the ringer. Blown saves, as they currently lead the entire major leagues right now with 11 in this regard, being the only team in double digits. But it gets even worse when you realize they've only had 21 save opportunities, meaning they've converted less than half of them successfully. And things may have reached an absolute low point during their game versus the Tigers yesterday, when they blew not one, but 2 extra inning leads, including one of 2 runs. And it resulted in one of the saddest calls you'll ever hear from a broadcast crew. Earlier in the contest, they had managed to tie up the game on a clutch 2-run home run off the bat of the usually light-hitting David Hamilton. An unlikely shot considering the fact that the pitcher on the mound, Tommy Kahnle, had actually not even given up a home run yet this season. The game would then remain tied until the top of the 10th inning, when Ceddanne Rafaela would ground this ball to third base that Gleyber Torres would have a problem with, struggling to get the ball out of his mitt, not allowing him to turn a double play. This put them 3 outs away from a victory, and after Greg Weissert had induced 2 pop-ups in the bottom of the inning, they were officially 1 out away. But it would be then that Trey Sweeney would be able to ground a pitch into right field, tying the game with Detroit on its last breath. This already would have driven Red Sox fans mad, but luckily for them, Christian Campbell would come out in the top of the 11th and crush a go-ahead 2-run home run with 2 outs, giving Boston a 9-7 lead. But this too wouldn't last any time at all, as following a Jace Young single to right, Javier Baez in the bottom of the 11th, who had already homered early in the contest, would come up. And I'll just let their radio broadcast team take this one away.
Scary hitter right here. 9-7 Red Sox the pitch. Baez drives one high and deep. You got to be kidding. It's deep to left field and it is out of here. Another 3-run homer for Javi Baez. And after all the heroics from the Red Sox, they lose it 10-9.
That has to be the saddest call I've heard yet this year. From the tone of his voice, to the use of the phrase "are you kidding me" mid-call, to the exasperation as he attempts to digest it, and I'm sure pretty much every Boston fan feels the same way right now, as it certainly seems like this team that has so much potential could be held back by their bullpen if they can't find a way to start closing out games successfully. Now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Also, if you ever see something you'd like to see detailed in the Made the Cut video, whether that be a specific play or a narrative surrounding a certain player or team, feel free to reach out to my email, basebpoet@gmail.com. That's B-A-S-E, letter B, P-O-E-T @gmail.com. If I use your idea, I'll be sure to give you credit. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.